Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Luz. Today's video is my monthly Shop My Stash, and it's gonna be a little bit different because it is in collaboration with Abbie from Make Life Your Runway. So since she does weekly makeup baskets, she's also doing them themed. So it is a community shop my stash or makeup basket type of thing. I think there's a few other YouTubers that are also jumping in and doing a themed makeup basket. In my channel, we do them monthly. Every month I go through my makeup stash and just pull out goodies that I've had for a while or some new ones too, and focus on using those items for the rest of the month. And then the next month, you know, we go ahead and do the same thing. So this month, the theme that was chosen is makeup that you have neglected. So I pulled out all the neglected makeup that I could from my collection. Now, there is also a few new items, both from BoxyCharm and from Anastasia, that I recently went and purchased. After this long intro, I still need to warn you, this is a long video. The first portion of the video, I go through last month's makeup and I just show you guys what I used and give you guys a little bit of a feedback how last month went. The second part of the video, I go through the makeup collection, and that's where I show you guys everything as I pull the stuff out and show you guys my neglected makeup and why I've been neglecting it. And then the very last part of the video is where I show you guys swatches of everything and the colors up close. So grab something to eat, grab yourself something to drink, because it's gonna be a long video. Please, if you haven't already, go ahead and check out Abbie's channel, Make Life Your Runway, here on YouTube. Follow more makeup baskets along the way. Pull out our neglected items. Also, let me know in the comment section down below, what have you pulled out that you have neglected, because we all have one or two items in the back of our drawers that we have not been using because we want to use the newest stuff. So pull out your neglected makeup. Let me know in the comment section below. Subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and let's go ahead and get started. Woo! Alright guys, so here are all the items that I used for the last month. I left everything as is so that I can put it away in front of you guys and start a new basket for the month of September going forward until we do the next one. With that being said, we are also going to start pulling out the items for the community makeup basket, and those are the most neglected items. I can't wait to go through my basket and start pulling those out. But let's go ahead and start off with eyeshadows. I am gonna pull these out and then we'll put them to the side. I did manage to use all of them this month, so I'm really excited because usually I'll leave like one or two. I'll reuse one or two of the eyeshadows just because I haven't used them, but honestly I've been wearing a lot more makeup compared to the beginning of summer, so that is awesome news for me. And these are the 5 that I am putting away and the 5 that I've been using. I still love every single one. I would say out of the 5, the one that I got the least amount of use of is the Nightingale palette. And I pulled it out because it's full of mattes, and you know, my whole thing with the whole KKW thing, it seemed to me a little bit like it, and I did use it, but the most used one I would say was the Soft Glam palette, because the colors are really neutral and there is those mattes there too. So if I did want to add some sparkle, I had the option of having some really beautiful sparkly shades. So with that being said, I'm gonna put these to the side. In this section, I am gonna keep this out for the next month. I started a project pan at the end of last year, and this is one of the items, so this one stays with me, and it is one of the most neglected. But it's hanging in there. It's hanging in there at least till the end of the year. And then for face palette, I had pulled out the Cover FX Perfector face palette, and I have the light medium, and it is a little bit difficult to wear when I have a full face because some colors don't show through as nicely as they should, but especially the contour color. But these two highlights were bomb. I really enjoyed using them. The finishing powder I liked using underneath my eyes, and the blush was the only matte blush that I had pulled. And the other face palette that I have in here, this one is staying back in here honestly, and it's really been neglected. If anybody that's been watching YouTube for as long as I have, then you know what the hype was about this a few years back. And this is one of the project pan items too, so I am gonna just reuse this month and until the end of the year. And definitely a very neglected product. How many of you guys have been watching YouTube since the beginning of like the beauty community and stuff? Well, you probably know about this then, yes. Okay, so we got rid of this section here, and like I said, the only two items back here will be these two. And let's move on to this section. So we are gonna keep the Wet n Wild pressed powder as well. This I've had maybe for about a year, and as you can tell, I'm really close to hitting pan. I am debating whether I should repurchase another one of these or just go ahead and bite the bullet and get the Charlotte Tilbury one. You guys, if you have any suggestions, this one is really inexpensive. I think it's like $5, and the Charlotte Tilbury is super pricey, but I'm trying to be frugal and save my money, and at the same time I want like a really bougie ass makeup. That the Charlotte Tilbury I think is like in the 30s. I don't really remember at the top of my head, but I know it's really pricey. So the smart thing would be for me to just repurchase another one of these, but we'll see. And then another of the project pan items is this bronzer from MAC. It's the Dark Tan Mineralized Skin Finish, and this one has been neglected, but I've been giving it love, and it's a really nice highlight. I mean, it's a really nice powder, bronzer powder. I can't talk. It's a really nice bronzing powder. The finish is beautiful, and because it is a more like a pressed powder type of thing, or like a foundation powder, the colors are really nice, and they have a wide variety of this finish as well. And I am going to keep this here because it's a newer item, and I've been really liking the cream blush type of thing. And for lashes, I am going to get rid of these crusty ones because I've been using them way too long, and it's time to re-up. So I'm going to do that. And then I think these are good for maybe another two more uses. I'm going to keep them in there, and then I'll add another pair, and I'll show you what I'm going to add in there. Oh, and the ones in here that's why I kept this for you guys. The ones in here, these are the 113 wispies from Ardell. So they're really nice and long, natural but long. Hey, back here I have my setting powders. I'm almost done with this Smashbox primer water. It's gonna stay in there. And then I have my Milani Make It Last, and the MAC Fix Plus stays in there, as well as this little dewy mist setting spray. For lips, I'm getting rid of all of them. We're restarting from scratch. Yay, new stuff. And then for brows, this stays in there. I did finish my CoverGirl concealer that I had last time, and I just switched it out with this Morphe one, and I used the shade C235. It's a really nice shade for my complexion, and it is really full coverage. I picked this up about 3 months ago, and I used it for a month, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but now that I used it for a few days ever since I finished the CoverGirl one. I would say this is really nice, and for the price it's really affordable. I got mine at Ulta, but if you have a Morphe store, I suggest you go there and purchase it from there. And I will keep it here because I have a shipment coming in tomorrow for the Jeffree Star concealer, so I'm gonna keep this in here till then. No, I take that back. I'm gonna put this away because I have a neglected one that I'd like to complete. So I take that all back, baby. And the powder goes away, the little eyeshadow things go away. All right, moving on to this back area. Well, let's start with the foundation. This is gonna stay here. It's my light coverage on days that I really hardly want any foundation on. This is what I reach for, and I also reach for it to mix it with this one, the Huda Beauty Faux Filter, because this one is kind of thickety thick. So I like to mix it with the really nice and sheer one. And ooh, girl, what you breaking back there? So for contour, I'm still keeping this one out. It's the Wet n Wild contour in the shade Call Me Maple. Really nice for my skin tone. For primers, I am gonna put these two away. This one is the newest one that I have. Really nice, really glowy, but not oily and not shimmery. So it's really nice. I do recommend this one from Wander Beauty, the Glow Ahead Illuminating Face Oil. I got it in BoxyCharm last month. And then this one, pass on it. It really doesn't cover any pores for me. It says it's skin smoothing. It really didn't do that for me, so I am going to just toss this. Bye. And back here we have another foundation, keeping it out. We are gonna switch this. This stays because it's what I use for my brows, and this stays because I can't live my life without it. So, talk about being dramatic, huh? I just can't live without it. And this little thingy back here. Ah, Life is Beautiful last year, 2018. I did not go this year, and it's going on this weekend. Wah, what a nice little, anyway, I gotta put this away. So we have a nice, fresh, new basket to play with. Let's go on to my makeup section so we can start pulling some new products for the month of September. Kind of late, I know. Let's go ahead. Let's roll. Okay, neglected items. Let's do foundations for neglected items. I feel like this one, it's been a while since I've used, partly to the fact that it's super light on me right now. But I think it would be nice to add, especially as I start losing some of my tan because of the weather. Maybe I might need to just adjust the deeper foundation. So let's put this in there with us. For my Anastasia palettes right over here, I did just recently buy this beauty. Sorry for those wearing headphones, but I just, ooh, I've been waiting. I have been waiting. Let me tell you, I'm so excited. Finally get to use this. I've been waiting for me to do this new restock on my basket so that I can start playing with the, let me tell you what it is. I'm getting all excited. It's the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I know you've all seen this out in the beauty community. If you have not, then this is it right here. This precious little Slytherin type of thing. Ooh. So I'll show you guys it when we get over to the desk. So I know that's not neglected, by the way. I know that. I already know. But I had to. For lipsticks, neglected. Let's see. Which ones have been neglected? Well, this little one back here. This little one has been neglected for months. It's been months since I pulled this out. Let me tell you. Because it's so deep. So now that the fall season's coming, let's pull it out to play. This is from Fenty. It is a little sample size, like a deluxe sample of the Mademoiselle lipsticks formula. Not the greatest color, A+. So pull this out. And let's do 2 more lipsticks up here. What shall we choose? This MAC one. It is Velvet Teddy. It is a nude, because we had to have a nude, but we haven't played it with this one in a minute. So I'm gonna pull it out of its little shell to come and play with me this month. Okay, we got 2, 1 more to go. Let's see. Oh, this one looks like I haven't been used. Yep, it is. I haven't used this in months as well. She has been neglected. This is Miss Laura Geller Tribeca Tan for my brown skin girls that like expensive stuff. Well, it's not really that expensive on QVC, which is where I get some of my makeup, but this is a very luxurious lipstick. It is really buttery and creamy. That's why it looks melted, because it's so buttery. And ooh, she looks like she needs some resurrection. But when I tell you the color that this, it's a peachy, beautiful color, and the formula is like butter, I forgive it's the way it looks. I really do. So we'll play with this as well. So we got 3 lipsticks. What else are we pulling out of here? Ooh, yeah, lip liner. So neglect this one. The Jordana Easy Liner for Lips in retractable pencil in the shade Coco Loco. This is a deep color. It's super deep. So we'll pull this one out. Let's do 2 more. What have I been neglecting? Ooh, my little LA Girl one. LA Girl lip liner in a natural cream. A little bit of a lighter nude, but it's nice. And yeah, 1 more. This one right here from ColourPop. I've had this for a long time. I don't even remember how long. This is in the shade Faded. As you could tell, this has been loved. So let's continue to give it love. Let's love you. I love you. I love you. Let's put it in there for now. See, these are the fun like glittery things or ColourPop shadows. Just fun eye stuff. This little one has been neglected and it looks like it's gone bad. We shall test it and see if it's worth keeping. Poor thing, you've been in there just sitting and waiting to be used, and nobody comes for your rescue. I'm here now. I'm here. Pull out 1 more. Ha! Now that we got that one out. I don't know. What have I not used in a long time? You. Revlon Color Stay Cream Eyeshadow in the shade La 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 La. Where is the shade? I guess 710 is the shade. So this is like a creamy shadow that dries down, and it's a gold color. I'll show you guys swatches in a bit. And more lip stuff. Yeah, baby. Let's do, ooh, this is new. We're pulling it out. This came in the BoxyCharm for this month in September, and it is the Stila Sale Day Liquid Lipstick. I got mine in the shade Rubino, and it's a beautiful deep wine brick red type of fall color. So she's coming to play. And what else? What else? I haven't played with. The little stand up here for concealer. This is the one that I want to finish right here. I am so close to finishing it, and it is the Rimmel Match Perfection. I got it on clearance here, as you can tell, for $2, $1.48. So if I find something affordable like this, you already know I'm gonna pick it up. And it's in the shade medium, and it's light coverage. So once my Jeffree Star one arrives, it will be popping. For powder, I haven't used this Makeup Revolution Luxury Banana Powder in the shade Banana in quite a bit. So I'm gonna pull this one out. And for press powder, I'm gonna go in with the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten Foundation in Tan, just because I am pretty tan right now, and this I haven't used in a long time. It's been neglected quite a few months actually, so we're gonna give her some love as well. Let's give her love. There we go. Moving on to the last one here for the bronzers. Now, which bronzer have I not been giving love? Right now, I am gonna say this butter bronzer in the shade Deep Bronzer. If you manage to find, if you're like a brown girl like me and you manage to find the Deep Bronzer, pick it up. It is really nice. It smells good. If you don't like coconutty scents, we can't be friends, but just kidding, we can still be friends. So we are gonna add this to our little monthly setup. For highlight, we are going to be, let's see, playing with, I feel like I've used most of these. I haven't pulled this one in a long time. This is MAC's Oh My Passion powder, and it's like a subtle type of highlight. I'll show you guys in a bit. And one more. Let's go with this one from Wet and Wild Precious Petals. This is a little bit of my older highlights that I haven't been reaching for, but we will be playing with her. And for blush, I feel like we have, she's like sticking out like a sore thumb, just sticking out, saying, here, play with me. Make Them Blush from Pretty Vulgar. This was one of the BoxyCharm items a few months ago. Do one more. No. Let's see. Yeah, let's pull up another Laura Geller. Laura Geller has been neglected lately, and I love her. How dare I? Tropic Hues Baked Blush and Brighten. Beautiful shade. Let's move on to face palettes here. Sorry, a little shaky. We are gonna be doing the Anastasia Glow Kit. I honestly haven't pulled this out in a long time, and it's time to show her some love. And lastly, eyeshadows. So this, shall we do this one instead of the, no, this is new. We'll save it till next month. We can save it. Okay, for eyeshadows, this one I have not used. It's a Wet n Wild one, and it is in the shade Stop Ruffling My Feathers. It was part of like the bird collection or something. Yeah, let's do the Morphe eyeshadow palette in 15D. Haven't been using this one. And I think that's it. I think that's it. That way I can really focus on using the Project Pan eyeshadow palette, and we'll just stick with that. Hopefully I don't regret this either. I really hope I don't. And this doesn't fit anywhere. I'm mad now. I'm mad. Alright, you guys, now that I've pulled everything out, it's time to show you swatches and what they look like on the inside. Starting off with the eyeshadow palettes, the Morphe palette that I pulled out. It's full of warm colors, and it's matte and shimmers. I think this is very universal, very safe, very everyday. So I'm happy we have something to use for every day. And the Stop Ruffling My Feathers palette from Wet n Wild. This is mostly shimmer, one matte eyeshadow, and then the rest are shimmery. They have a pretty nice pigmentation and a mixture of neutral, warm, and this one very cool tone. So it's really nice and neutral everyday colors as well. They look so pretty together like that. I'm really excited to play with this actually. I forget how beautiful and just feminine and pretty it is. The Anastasia Glow Kit, this was a gift from my sister, and it's a highlight palette. Look at how pretty they are as well. So pretty. This is an older product from Anastasia, but even then, look at this beautiful concoction of colors. And for my skin tone, they're really nice. This one might be just a little bit too light for my cheeks, but I can still use it in the eyes, on the bridge of my nose. Beautiful, beautiful colors. Yay, we can't forget about this beauty right here. Look at it, it's brand new. And all these beautiful fall shades. I am in love at first sight. This, ooh, and let's do a matte. Let's do this purple. Look at how pretty and rich. Yes. Ay, ay, ay. I'm glad I waited. I'm so glad I waited this long, and just, ooh, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to swatch some more. I'm gonna swatch some more. We got trust issues. Ooh. Litigation. And ooh, this one stained a little bit. I think it was the purple one stained. Ooh, it's stained. You need a primer for sure. A base for these so they don't stain your eyelid. Let's do ginger. I'm over here on this one. That's not. Ooh, that color. Look at ginger. Oof, yes. Yes, 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 honey. And those are all of the eyeshadow palettes and face palettes for this month. So I feel like even though I didn't pull out as much as I usually do, yeah, this might be enough. But we still gotta play with the neglected products. I have not bought an eyeshadow palette in a very long time. Actually, there's one more eyeshadow palette before I go off rambling on my story of how long it's been since I have bought an eyeshadow palette. I do have a new eyeshadow palette from BoxyCharm that I need to pull out. Hold on. I completely forgot about the Violet Voss Essential Palettes. Came in at the BoxyLuxe this month in September, and this is what it looks like. It has a beautiful combination of neutrals, warm neutrals, and a beautiful combination of color as well. Just quick little pops of color. This feels autumn-ish on this side. Of course, this definitely feels autumn. The whole palette can be transitioned into autumn. It's a beautiful color. It's beautiful color story, and also I have played with Violet Voss before, and their shadows are nice and pigmented. Let me swatch a few, and I will not be using this finger for the rest of the day because it's stained. So these are a few swatches of those colors there. Not as bold as Anastasia, I will say, but still nice and buttery and rich-esque. Rich. These are rich. This one I will say is an esque, but they are nice. Just nice colors. Nice job. Going back, since I bought the last eyeshadow palette, I honestly can't even remember. I have been just a good girl and trying to know the low buy. I'm not gonna do a no buy. I never said I was gonna do a no buy, but just a low buy. Things that really stand out, and I'm not getting them right off the bat as soon as they release. I'm giving it time. I'm waiting. Do I really want that? Yes. Do I need it? No, I don't. I have plenty of eyeshadow palettes. I have plenty of everything. I don't need anything, but the nice thing is just every now and then, just a little something will revamp like this whole thing. Like this whole thing was just revamped just because of this eyeshadow palette, and it was just a gift to myself for being pretty good about not buying stuff. Then I go and buy stuff. But you know what I mean. And then the only reason why I did get that Jeffree Star concealer was because I finished one. So I am going in by the 1 in and 1 out rule kind of thing. So if I finish something, then I'll go ahead and replace it. So that's what I did with the concealer. So let's continue with the concealer. And you saw what I pulled out. This is a very light coverage concealer, but the color is just right. It's not a very highlighty concealer, which the Jeffree Star that I purchased, the shade that I purchased, is a very highlighty color. So I think it's gonna mix well with this one in case I feel like that other one is just way too light. So this is not the most full coverage. As you can see, it is a little bit more on the sheer side. But it's nice for every day, and I don't need a whole lot of concealing underneath the eyes. But if you do, I do not recommend this one because it does not have that much coverage. So this goes in here. Let's go down to this section here with the bronzers and blushes. So the blushes that I pulled out, this is the first one from Pretty Vulgar. Let's do swatches here. It's like a rosy mauvey pink. The Laura Geller, this formula is beautiful, and it is more on the shimmery side. It does have glow to it. I love blushes like that, and this color is phenomenal. It is a corally pink with a gold reflect. If you hear sounds in the back, my kids are home from school, so that's life, mom life. Bronzer, this is the butter one. Oh, still has its scent. It still has its scent. So I'm gonna put it right here. Not super dark, but very buildable. Right here. And this is their deeper shade. So as you can imagine, their original shade was not good for my skin tone. Yeah, you can't really see it on camera, but in person it does. It does create a bronzing effect. It is more of a satin finish, and I just haven't played with this for a long time. So if I don't like it, I might just get rid of it, or I might just wait until the winter when I get lighter. It might fit better. It might suit my skin tone at that time. Highlights. This one is one of the Max collections a few years ago. It is like a finishing powder slash highlight. It is on not like the blinding type of highlight. It's more of like just a soft highlight, but it does have quite, yeah, you can, a little bit of a sheen right there. So haven't played with this in a minute. Let's see how I feel about it. Next highlight is the Wet n Wild, what are you called? Precious Petals. This is what this looks like. It's more of a like a champagne-y type of highlighter. Yeah, very champagne, very cool tone. Sometimes I have a hard time pulling these type of colors off, but this one is nice and reflective, and it doesn't look too harsh on my skin tone. I sometimes do have a problem with it being a little bit on the ashy side, so we will see how it portrays with my skin tone around this time, but I haven't played with it and it's been neglected, so she has to join the rest of the friends right here. Okay, and that is it for that. Let's move on to face powders. The first one is the Laura Geller in tan. I love the formula of this. I haven't played with it in a long time, and it is one of those purchases that I just really wanted it so bad, but I didn't need it. I honestly didn't need it, and that's why it doesn't get any love, and we're gonna show it some love this month. And then this one, I think this is the only yellow banana powder that I have, besides the Tarte Princess palette that I just got and I haven't used. This has been the only yellow one. I like using yellow under powders, but then sometimes I don't. So I have like a love-hate relationship with yellow under eye powders. But this one is nice and brightening, and we'll see how I feel about it. Foundation goes in there. The rest of the stuff is lips. No, I'm lying. So this little sucker looks like it's gone bad, but it's just glitter for the eyes. We'll see. I feel kind of, shall I be worried? Tell me, shall I just be brave and use it even though it looks like it's been bad and it's gonna go on my eyelids? I'll be brave. I think I'll be all right. So yeah, look at that. So pretty. I love glitter. I just love glitter. And the other side has more of a satin finish, cream type of thing, like that. We're losing light, and look at how metallic that is. It's really pretty. So we'll try to get some use out of this before I toss it. And the other thing we're gonna get some use out of is this cream eyeshadow pot. It's still creamy, and it applies really nicely. So, ooh, this is held up really nicely. It's very similar to this one, actually. I don't know if I really need both, but it's like a taupey metallic color. It's really beautiful. And it does come, I don't know if they still sell these on, it's from L'Oreal, Revlon, and it comes with a little applicator too. So I remember loving this. Just this and an eyeliner and you're good to go. Beautiful. It's just so versatile. Okay, now the rest are lips. Let's do the bullet lipsticks first. Okay, this is the Laura Geller. The only thing, it's so creamy and soft. That's why it gets yucky, but this is not the most beautiful nude, and look at that sheen. You don't even need a gloss with this. It melts in the skin. It's just so beautiful. The Mademoiselle lipstick. It's a beautiful deep plum. And then a nude Velvet Teddy by MAC. It's like a deeper nude, beautiful. It's like a mauvey nude, not a true nude. Like this is a peachy nude. This is a mauvey nude. Liquid lipsticks, Havana Nights from Ofra. Very similar to the Mademoiselle in Griselda, but this is a little bit more reddish and this is a little bit more purpley. They're still dark. They're still dark though. Very vampy, which is right for fall, right? I mean, if it's not fall, then when else are we gonna wear those vampy colors? And then a true red right there. That's a true red. And the last one is the newest one. It's Rubino. Ooh, that formula feels good. Rubino right here. It's also a very vampy color. This one is purpley like this one, but not as deep. I think that's a good assortment of colors for the transition. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling this color story right here. We'll do lip liners and then we'll finish off with gloss. This is the LA Girl, ColourPop, and Jordana. So a good little assortment. We got a nude, a rosy color, and then a deep color. And finishing off last but not least is gloss. So first gloss is the Venus Luna by Luna nude gloss, the Kylie gloss in Sugar Plum. I like that it has like that peachy undertone and it's really reflective. It's beautiful, beautiful gloss. And lastly also, this one has been at least a year since I pulled this out. I'm so glad I'm doing this and giving some of these products some love because they truly are beautiful. It's just we get caught up in the next best thing and we have all these things and beauty products we can use without having to go out there and spend our money to be up to date. These are perfect for this next season. So yay. And that is it, my loves. That's everything that we pulled out for this month's basket. Oh, lashes, before I forget, lashes and primer. Lashes and primer. So for lashes, I am going to pull out the 251s by Ardell, and they look like a really nice and fluffy. Look at that fluff on the peripheral. And these are drugstore, so really affordable, and it has a nice thin band, so you can do the no liner with these. So we'll pull these out. And for primer, I have stuff down here. For primer, also, since I opened this is still also part of Project Pan, and it's just, I've had this for so long, and it's like the never-ending pot of airspun loose powder. Years. It's been maybe 4 years since I've had this. The shelf life, there's not even a shelf life on this. I'm sure 4 years is not the shelf life. I'm sure it's less, but it's a powder, so it can't really go too bad, and it works. It does its job. I don't want to toss it. I'm just gonna finish it out, and let's pull out two primers, a glowy and a more pore filling primer. And for the glowy one, I am gonna do the strobe cream. I haven't done this in a while, long time. So pull that out. Oops. And for pore filling, let's see. Maybe go here. Pore filling. This one, the blurring primer, the Cover FX blurring primer. I don't even remember if this works or not. So I'm gonna pull this out, even though I really want to pull this one out. But I have recently pulled it out, so I'm not gonna do it, even though I really want to. Now that is truly it. That's everything for September, guys. If you do want to take part in this community makeup basket, some people are doing it weekly, some people are doing it monthly, or if you just want to pull out some goodies from your makeup collection that you have been neglected, go ahead and let us know down in the comment section so we can go and watch your video, or just let us know what you pulled out that you haven't played with and you've been neglecting for a minute. So I'm excited to look at those in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you and stay blessed. Bye. With my swatches. My swatch hand says bye.